Going over to the culture podcast, you have Budlight buys into being the UFC sponsor in 2024 via a tweet announcement, and both companies are immediately ratioed, as the youth might say. Now, specifically, they actually have a little text tweet before the actual picture in which Bud Light says, quote, "We're proud to announce that starting in 2024, we'll once again be the official beer sponsor of the UFC." And the picture is someone opening a Bud Light. Interestingly enough, the beer is getting onto the person's hand. However, I do not see any signs of abrasion or skin melting off, which has been a not unsubstantiated rumor. If you drink Bud Light, there are many side effects. I can only imagine. I can't fathom. I perhaps would not even dare. But interesting enough, the person does not appear to be, dying. Now it says, "We're back," and it's got the UFC logo. Ooh. Right next to the Bud Light. It looks like the UFC logo is in Bud Light blue. Which, again, when you're looking at talking about the business blunder of the century, we'll cover the topic in nauseum during the business blunder of the podcast later today. But in terms of this specific instance where we're talking about the tweet, it got 234,000 views and 612 likes, which presumably is from all 612 people who still work at Anheuser-Busch InBev. Now, in terms of a percentage of how many people who like it saw it, I know public schools, their test scores are all-time low. I mean, math, history, science, even the ACT scores at a 32-year low, but the teachers' unions say they deserve raises. Interesting. Now, that being said, we'll do a little fun math here today and provide more value than some public schools. Not all, but some. So we're going to take 612 people who saw it and divide it by 234,000. That gives us a number of 0.002615. However, let's turn it into a percentage. We're going to multiply that by 100, which means 0.2615 people who viewed this post clicked the like button, also known as not a great ratio. If you feel so inclined, you can actually round out. So we'll just say it's 2.2615. We'll say 0.26, which is a good rule of thumb. Now, I wonder what the comments will be. I mean, Bud Light, they certainly know their customers. They must be doing something right. I mean, perhaps this shtick will work. People will embrace this, and it'll be wildly successful beyond our possible comprehension. I wouldn't gamble on it, but let's dive in and see what the responses look like. Dear God, a real response is positive? We shall have to investigate. Somebody named of Beach Bum, which gets an F for marketing. They neither show the beach nor a bum. They show a monkey. Now, this person says, quote, "We love to see this." And they actually, poor son of a bitch. Pardon the French. But they actually tagged Dana White, which, again, I'm shocked I'm pretty shocked he actually had. It'd be interesting to see how much of a part he played in this approval, but I'm shocked this happened for a myriad of reasons. Now, that got 10 likes. And Bud Light responded saying it's good to be back. They got 21 likes. Really? Let's look at this beach bum who, instead of an F, I give him a D plus for marketing. Their profile picture, the landscape on their profile picture for LinkedIn, or not LinkedIn, I was going to say Diet LinkedIn, also known as Twitter, it is of a beach. A little redemption, not much. Now, this person has 1,990 followers, though. Quality over quantity. I think my 300 are much better than his. Now, looks like he retweeted something for basketball, a painting. Okay. Sports ball stuff. A Beatles album. All right, so I'll be damned. It's a real person. Well, I don't really know much about their character. However, it appears to actually have some thoughts. I'll be damned. All right, so that's one real response. Dolores Adriel, or Adair, this person says, "Yes, as it should be. We're so glad you'll be sponsoring UFC again." Does this person get paid from the UFC? Let's explore. This person's profile has 572 followers. This person is a computer technician, avid reader, wife and grandma. Interesting. And we found... What the hell? A giveaway. Wow, what's a nice way of someone who does something for a very low price? I'll let you in the comments take that away. But nevertheless, this person perhaps is not technically a robot, but in terms of mental capacity and personality, maybe emulates a robot, pun moderately intended using the word emulate. Now, I say that because all of these posts from this person are for giveaways and reposts. For if you repost this, we'll give you a chance to win some stupid gift card. So, in terms of being a real Bud Light fan, I would say not so much. Now, some of the more interesting real comments. Some by the name of 8 Notables. Now, this person simply said one word. Nah. Unquote. That person got 65 likes simply saying, nah. Charlie Kreskin said, quote, I was going to say, I don't know if it's certainly not medically tested, but if you click the subscribe button, it might help with my stuttering. It's not a Mayo Clinic test. We don't know about that. However, it might help if you click that button there. Or there. I don't know what phone orientation you have or how your computer orientation or mind orientation is, but nevertheless, it should be somewhere on the screen, presumably. Now, Mr. Charlie Kreskin said, quote, virtue signaling is what got you in this mess in the first place. You clowns will never learn, unquote. Additionally, this person did use a clown face and a smiley laughy emoji. That person got 135 likes. Somebody by the name of Julia says, rest in peace, UFC, getting 17 likes. Shoulder to the Stone says, quote, I thought this was a joke. I guess the UFC will do anything to grow, but I won't be part of it. UFC 294 was my last PPV buy. What a shame it will bring fans away from the product. Plus, Modelo is actually a good beer, unquote. Getting 133 likes. One of the most popular responses comes from Brad Morgan saying, quote, will Dylan be the ring girl, quote unquote. Quote within a quote within a quote. And this person has a picture in which you have Dylan Mulvaney holding the iconic Bud Light can, well, now infamous Bud Light can, with a UFC hat tilted on the top of Dylan's head. And of course, the hat's brim is not even curved. So I think the youth might call that hip, I believe. That got 252 likes. John Michael Gilbson says, just plainly enough, this person says, quote, please go away. 179 likes. Someone named JL says, haha, no, getting 160 likes. His Shadow saying, quote, so I'm guessing it's bring your own bag to UFC events. No way I'd ever drink a Bud Light, unquote, getting 103 likes. Pascal says, quote, no more UFC, unquote, getting 114 likes. Darth Dividend on YouTube saying, quote, it will take years to fix your reputation. This won't help, unquote. 233 likes. Biggest Dickus saying, quote, but aren't you that trans beer, unquote, getting 376 likes. Someone else says, breaking news, UFC has gone woke. And they also have pictures generated by AI in which you have Dana White surrounded by copious amounts of beer cans and money. Got 50 likes. Like the Diver saying, quote, I hear it only cost you $100 million to get that back and still no one will be drinking that garbage juice, unquote. Getting 139 likes. Though, in full transparency, it technically is not juice. It's more of a infected pond water, be a more appropriate metaphor. It is not a juice. Nevertheless, just a full transparency. Christopher says, quote, it won't help too little too late, unquote, getting 155 likes. I'm trying to see. Ooh, Rink says, quote, from Modelo, brewed for those with a winning spirit, to Bud Light LMFAO. Getting 132 likes. XDMMA saying, quote, maybe on paper, but Modelo will always be the fans' beer of the UFC. Cheers to those with a fighting spirit, unquote. Getting 164 likes. And Kenny Fletcher saying, ouch, are you trying to hurt the UFC? Woke trash, unquote, getting 127 likes. A lot of people, I forget the gentleman, the person who's really a doctor in real life who became an actor. I believe most famously known for the Hangover Room films. But they have a gif in which he is in a classroom and the cliche as an elementary school joke where he just pulls up his hands to make it a microphone saying gay. That got 94 likes. a very successful GIF as you might call it. And so the good news is the engagement is there. Many people are engaging. So perhaps someone at Bud Light is patting themselves on the shoulder and be like, hey boss, we got engagement up. And they're just praying to God, please don't ask a follow-up question. Please don't ask a follow-up question. Inevitably, well, maybe that's the issue with Bud Light. They never ask a follow-up question like, great, Johnny, or more realistically, Karen, how is the campaign doing? Well, everyone hates it. A lot of people make fun of the UFC, so it looks like we're actually dragging that brand down with us. And needless to say, when it comes to the ratio of people who like this versus not like it, they were, as the youth might say, ratioed completely. It'll be interesting to see how long they continue to drip. Because again, they're paying $100 million for this. This is going to be part of many social media campaigns for Bud Light. Presumably, they're going to want to get their money back. Actually, I mean, realistically, I don't think they can make any profit on that specific campaign. It'll be interesting to see, but as I always say, time shall tell. Thank you again, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. I know we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of October, so if you can click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a comment helps me make the channel better and better with your input. Even critical feedback is highly appreciated because I like to say that's how you grow the most. And also, liking the video lets me know I'm on the right track as well. Also, and lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.